everyone, this is Onion. It's Sunday, March 21st. Today I'm going to go over OGI with you. I'm going to look at some technical insight, short selling activity, institutional activity, the Reuters report, and Quant Estimates. And I'm going to go over some news last week too. I like to use a 6-week chart with OGI, and I've been covering it for the last couple of weeks here. And you can see it's really jumped up, right, with all that news coming in. And it's found support. The support line right now it's temporary, short-term support. It's at 380, but it's going to be a little bit of trouble getting over $4.15 and holding. And I know that's it's a pretty large support and resistance line right now, a pretty large spread in between. But we're going to need a few more days of confirmation to see where this price is going. The lower indicators are all showing, upward or sideways movement. You can see that the MACD crossed, a few days ago, it crossed over the average line and continued to go up, but now it's starting to flatten out a little bit. And all the other lower indicators are starting to flatten out as well. But there is no sign of reversal. I believe that we've hit bottom, and we're not going to see it going down, in the near term anyway, unless some bad news or something comes out. RSI is at 57, and you can see the rest of the indicators here. They're more or less sideways action, right? So if we look at the short selling activity, you can see I've been tracking it for the last few weeks here, and it was pretty much, it was fairly high, 24.11% on Friday. That's just because the share price is so high. You can see it's in the high 30s when they want to short lately, but it's it has been dropping off, right? 24 on Thursday and 24 on Friday. The borrow rate on Friday was 4.2%, and there was only 950,000 shares available. So that's maybe why it dropped off a little bit. The institutional activity, there was a huge addition here. DTDE Investments, they added a 20% ownership into this company, just over 58 million shares. So, that's very, very strong, and that was reported on March 10th. I believe the press release went out on Friday, or Thursday or Friday, I'm not sure. Institutional put and call ratio, this is what the institutions are buying, like the put and call options. And you can see a value of 1 is even put and call buying. So you can see here all the weight is on buying the call options. So you have, as of Friday evening, you have 123 institutional owners, and the ownership percentage is 49.14%. I'm going to need a couple days though to get these numbers very accurate, because I believe there's going to be a lot of 13Ds and 13Fs and that. So a few days I'll have exact numbers, but you can see here there's definitely a lot of institutions are buying into OGI, and they're buying large amounts. So the Quant Computer, it's given it a fair value of $4.03. So it's basically right where it should be. And they've been following them for quite a while, and you can see they use financials, valuation, and operating performance as all the metrics and all the different values here. So you can see fair value here, 403, last close, 399. The uncertainty is very high, but it's pretty much on, it's saying the same thing the chart side, right? It's at a fair value now, it's going to go sideways. So if more good news comes out, with that announcement on Friday coming out with that increased ownership, that might move the price a little bit. This here is the Reuters report. I really like this report. With larger companies, it covers it's really in-depth coverage. With OGI, it's not that. It doesn't cover every single category, but it gives you a general idea. They have an average score of 3 out of 10. So most companies are 5 or 6, so it is a little bit lower, but it has been improving, right? Obviously, with the price movement going up and the added institutional ownership in that, the price will eventually go up. Now, I'm not going to go through this whole report for you, but if you don't get it, I'm just going to scroll down here. Pause anytime you want, and then take a look at it. Like I said, this is an excellent report. If you don't get this, I suggest getting it here. But I'll just scroll to the bottom. It's quite long. Yeah, so that's the end of it there. So now if we look at analysts, there's a few new analyst recommendations here. They seem to all jump on lately, which, it's not a surprise. Like, there's a lot of action going here. So if we look at their price target, the average price target out of 9 analysts is $3.48. And you can see these were the analyst ratings and the dates that they did them. You know, the latest one was at March 15th, and that was a rating of $4.79. So you can see here, 4.79 seems to be, you know, the rating everyone likes to give it. And the only reason that average is so low is because of this, right? This $1.60 rating that was on March 10th. So, you know, there's the analysts, and that's what they're predicting. I'll just go down to the end here so you guys can see. The last one, like the, you know, last report I have is all the way back November 29th. That's when it was really low. So, you know, obviously analysts are liking this company and, you know, putting their targets up a little bit higher. Now, the news lately, it has been really, really good for OGI. Like, you know, the first news that came out that pumped up that price was the the VAT, the ownership that they, right here, that, you know, the stake that they brought it, the stake that they have in OGI now. So you can see here, like there's the news. You know, you can read it. You know, tobacco company buys a marijuana company. It's a good thing, right? So you can see obviously the price jumped up with it. And then the last couple of days, this was just a fluff article here, and then we have you know, the other article that BTDE 20% stake. So, you know, that was at the end of the day on Friday. So, you know, I'm sure that this is going to drive some excitement and push up the price on Monday. But again, we'll have to see. And it's just a basic overview of OGI and why I actually I got a position in this company last week, and I'm glad I got it before that Friday announcement, because I don't think it's going to drop now. And you know, maybe a little bit too late for me, but I'm very, very happy with the position now. These are the numbers I like. You know, market cap of 1.1 billion. It's not very high. You know, they have fairly decent revenue for you know, a company starting out, but the share float is this is what I like to see. You know, 232 million shares. You know, this price can move very easily up or down, but with, you know, with strong with solid news, it goes up, and you can see it goes up nicely. So these numbers are very nice. I like those numbers. We can't use a price to earnings ratio because they have negative earnings to find value for the company. But with a price to sales ratio of 14.2, that's fairly, like, that's decent. Like, you know, normally companies like this, you know, would be 20, maybe 25. But there are some companies out there that are all the way up in the 40s. So it's fairly well, you know, it's fair valued right now. It's and everything looks to be sideways going up in a lot of institutional activity. So, you know, I definitely believe some good things are happening, will happen with OGI in the near future, and that is why I took a position. So I will be covering this company daily. I have been for the last 2 weeks, and I will be going forward. So. If you ever want to, you know, check out information, just you know, check back every once in a while, and I'll give you updated information daily. I hope this video helped. Have a wonderful day and great trading week.